Good evening. This is your captain speaking. Whew. Guys, we're here. This is the moment. This is the moment we've been building to. It's finally here. Our shout out. This is our call to action. All right. It's time to put some life inside this publishing company. If you've been here since the beginning, you know I like to keep it all a bean. And if you're new here, you're gonna find out real quick. I to explain You can see it in my YouTube videos. I make the video, post the video, keep it moving, right? I've said many times, I make this YouTube channel. I created this YouTube channel more so for myself because it is very hard for me to stay the path, right? It's a lot going on in my life. It's just a lot going life just be lifing for everybody, right? And it's sometimes just very hard to stay focused and stay the course, right? And so I made these videos to encourage myself to keep moving forward, right? I would make a video, week by week, and I would look back and be like, yeah, let me keep going for another week, right? And I kept doing that, and the more I did it, the more I got used to it, the more I knew that, like, you know what? Let me make sure that I still got stuff to talk about. Let me make sure I'm moving things along. Let me make sure I'm getting stuff done. Like, it really pushed me to create much, much more for everything that I'm doing. And my goal from the beginning has been create a publishing company. Now, I can't say because I don't really know. I've never done this before. I don't know anybody who owns a publishing company. You know what I mean? I just know they exist. I know they're a thing. And so the only thing I can say that I know is there's just two things you have to have, and that's the knowledge of, you know, the industry that you're getting into, and you gotta have the audience, right? You gotta have your community. You gotta have people that you're going to market it to, right? You gotta have that. And when really kind of looking at the two of those things, I decided that I was going to go for the audience. I was going to work on figuring out how I'm going to make the best audience, the biggest audience, how I'm going to make sure this works, right? And I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. You feel me? It's been such a wild ride, building up. And I just ended up focusing on TikTok. It was just the easiest thing for me. Just like YouTube, I just made my stuff and posted it. And it's gone crazy. And we'll get into that later. But this is the shout out. This is the call to action that I've been really building up towards. I don't, a little bit about myself. I do not think or believe in putting out something that is not ready, right? What I've created is low effort content. Like, I just kind of post and go, right? Stuff in I don't think about it. I don't make scripts. I just go crazy with it, right? I never think about it, and I just post, don't edit it, and just straight just go, right? In business, that's not how you go. That's not you don't rock out in business like that. You feel me? Like my TikTok that I've grown is not like that, right? I put thought into those TikToks. You feel me? I put thought into those story prompts. That's not low effort content, right? That I do put a lot of brain power in motion to get those done. So, I do understand the difference between the two, but in terms of like a bigger project, right? Like I because it's the ship isn't ready, right? The engine isn't put together, right? If I decide to work with somebody a few weeks ago, we would have still been talking, right? We still would have been kind of like drawing up ideas and stuff like that. There was no concrete motion, right? And even if we had come up with something, there was no audience to, give it to, right? There was nobody to enjoy that content that we created. So at the end of the day, we again would have been working for free. I don't believe in that. So I took it upon myself to learn pixel art. I was learning how. I'm in the process of learning pixel art. I'm in the process of learning coding. I'm in the process of learning just regular art as well. Like I'm in the because I believe doing it myself and figuring it out. And then when I figure it out, bring other people on and let's rock it out. Right? That's how my mind goes. That's how I stuck with. And for these last few weeks, that's just what I've stuck to until today. Until today, man. So this again, this is a call. This is a call to everybody, right? I'm gonna keep it a beam. As far as the knowledge of the business, is very limited. I know the basic stuff, right? Contracts and things like that. Really, you know, straightforward stuff, right? We have an audience. I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys so you can see it. And again, if you've been from the beginning, you know we had like 11 followers on this. We're sitting at 8,314. All right, 8,000. If we keep going at the trajectory that I'm going at now, we'll probably hit 15K by December. All right, that's my mission. 15K by December. But not only that, let me scroll down a little bit for you guys. So, because this is what I mean, right? Because you never know what might be the one. You never know. You never know what's going to go crazy, right? It could it could be a beautiful Thursday afternoon, right? It's not a cloud in sight, right? Sun, a nice crisp 72 degrees, not a care in the world, and all of a sudden your post do 2.7 million views. You never know what's going to go crazy, right? For this was an indicator for me. This was an indicator that it's real. This is real, right? Like my stuff is done pretty cool up until that point. Like I was doing, 60K, right? Let me see another crazy one. I mean, I think 60K was the craziest one for me at that point. No, it wasn't. I did one for like 80K, 80, 90K, right? You know what I'm saying? We can pull up the popular. We can pull up popular, right? So these don't count, right? 80K, almost 90, 60K, 85K, right? These don't count either. So this is afterwards. 12K, 7K, this don't count. Um, 4,000, 4,600. Like this was like the average for me. You know what I'm saying? Kind of sort of like 1,000 was like the average for me, right? And even before that, I mean, cracking 1,000 was big for me. Like that was huge. I thought that was just the craziest thing, right? But this was the average, right? Right here, like before that 3 million thing hit, this was normal for me. 500, here and there, right? Like some kind of did crazy in the views, but not so much in the like department. This one did pretty good. Some of them didn't do that good in like department. You know what I'm saying? Some had a lot of views, no likes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. Like it was to me, this is pretty average, and I was working with that for a long time, right? And boy, then this shit hit, and I couldn't tell you why it hit. I just posted it, man, and it went crazy. It took on a life of its own. Same thing with this one. I just went crazy with it, right? And so to me, again, it's an indicator though that we're on the right track, right? Now, again, if we weren't doing numbers like this, right? If we were still doing like basic numbers and stuff, again, we would have been doing content, and not even these. I'm telling you, like when I mean like basic, if we were just to do stuff way before I had everything kind of figured out, we were gonna look at numbers like this, right? And that wasn't getting us anywhere. We weren't getting any traction or any love or anything that from that. Like, come on now, let's just be honest with it, right? That was gonna be us spending more time for free to do more work for free, right? That's really what it was. So now that you kind of switched up, now we've switched up. This is hit. Now these numbers are crazy. These are crazy numbers, but this is starting to be like the average for me. Like, what I'm saying, 5,000 plus is just becoming the average. You know what I'm saying? Because all of these, this was probably like Nah, this one. This one was the probably the lowest since we've done it because this is the newest one. Nah, take it back. It's well, this one had worse engagement, I guess. Oh yeah, this had worse engagement, but I think it wasn't. Oh no, it didn't. I don't know why this is lower. I don't know how they dictate this, but to keep it, keep stay on track. You feel me? Like a lot of these are just after this 2.7 because we're hitting traction now, and now we do about 200 followers a day. And in mind, by no means, I'm not saying this is just like some groundbreaking shit. We're still like a medium sized account, right? Super cool, no pressure. You know what I mean? We want to get to large status, but what I'm trying to say is it's coming. It's creeping up, right? The skillet is hot, okay, and it's time for us to strike, right? And this is where that's where that call to action comes in. I want to partner with you guys, right? Now, again, I think we definitely have to figure out, I guess, how the split works, right? Because if I'm, and like I said, I keep everything in being, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm going to say on face value, I've done all this for free, right? None of this has come, I never paid for any ads or anything like that. I've never paid for a shout out or anything like that. This is all for free. I update, and then look, this is another thing too. I update this number right here every Friday. So last Friday we had 6,800. Today's Tuesday, we have 8,300. So, that just kind of, we're clearing good numbers, right? Like, we're probably by tomorrow, we probably will declare 2,000 followers in like 4 or 5 days. Come on now. Crazy, crazy work. You feel me? But, none of this I've done all this for free. Like, the exposure is just, all this has been free work, right? And we can easily slip our work into this too. This is another thing too. I've designed this so we can slip in our own work. And again, that traction still makes sense for us. It's a team. So when it comes to that, I think that like 50-50 makes sense for me, right? I just think that's just how it works. I think it's 50-50 makes sense for me. And then I think everything else should be fine. And let me clarify. I think 50-50 after expenses. So I think that like for the most part, if we're talking like the publishing company itself, like I think the publishing company has to take the first cut. You feel me? Because we have to pay expenses, you know, and this is for a future reference. This isn't like today because there are no employees. It's just us. There are no employees. It's just us. But eventually we will want to get like employees and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So the company itself has to pay for that, right? So I think, after expenses comes, then the company has to take a 30% split because I think that the company should be able to operate on a 30% um, budget, right? Like I think if I'm using my math right, you feel me? I think that sounds right. I think that sounds right. So I mean, if it don't, so, I mean, again, this is a learning experience for everybody. Like I mean, you know just as much as me. You may know more than me, but I mean, hey, this is what I got. You feel me? So I think the 30%, it should be able to operate on 30%. You feel me? And then the rest, then we get into the 50-50 split, right? I think that we should share the profits. I should say like that. We should share profits equally because it's a team effort. It's a meeting of the minds. You feel me? And I built the audience, I built the portfolio for us and shit like that. And so when we come, you have the ability, you have the art, the ability to make the games, you have the ability to create the illustrations and things like that, right? Like that's your talent. And I have good stories, you feel me? And I have the platform. So I think that the 50-50, profit split makes sense. So again, that's a face value thought. I mean, when we get into it, we can discuss it. You feel me? But we gotta be able to discuss. And let me just tell you, that's not good. That's not gonna last forever. You feel me? I think I told you. To me, it is business first, and so this is not a life of the project kind of thing. You feel me? As we get deeper into the business side of the publishing company, those numbers will change, right? It just will. It's just the nature of things. You feel me? But today I'm saying we need a 50-50 split this profit, right? Like let's get to it. Let's pop it. Let's sell some comics. Let's sell some graphic novels. Let's make some video games. Let's publish some apps. Let's get crazy with it, man. Come on. Let's make some music, bro. Let's go insane, right? Let's get to it. So you put me so this is crazy. So this is a shout for that, man. And what I'm gonna say, if you're watching this video And again, I don't care how conceited it sounds. I'm telling this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Now I'm telling you, this is one of the things that you don't see not you're not gonna see too often, man. Like, let's make some money, dog. Let's make some money together, bro. Let's get into it, man. If you know anybody, and let me list off the things that I'm thinking in my head. Because again, you have art talent anywhere else, you can drop it in. You drop by, hit me. I'm gonna put my email in the description, right? I'm putting email in the description. I want you guys to send me emails, right? Send me with your ideas. Let's link up. Let's talk. Let's start let's open the dialogue. Let's start some conversation. Music, art, coding, graphic design, everything, right? If you know somebody who has a talent and you think and they want to get it out there, they want to work with somebody, tag them. Tell them about this video. Tell them you'll see the email. Tell them to shoot me an email. Let's start this conversation, man. Let's work. Let's get this working. Let's go crazy. Let's get this money. Yeah, let's have some fun, man. Let's have some fun, yo. I mean, before all that, because I mean, the money comes first. Let me not say before that. The money comes first, because again, the light bill not gonna pay itself. But let's have some fun. Let's make some crazy stories. Let's make some crazy art. Let's bring some crazy shit to the world. You feel me? So that's it. And that was it. It was a short call. Again, in terms of like details on how we'll structure out this, I'm saying right now at the time of this video, 50-50 split the profit. That's all I'm thinking. You feel me? Let's pay the expenses first. Let's do the 30 cents to the company so it can operate and shit like that. So we can make more money. Let's split that 50-50, man. I just feel like, and let's just see where it goes. Shit, who knows? You never, Hollywood might knock on the axe of the script. You never know. You never know, right? Maybe, shit, maybe we never give it to Hollywood. Maybe we keep it for us. Maybe we be selfish. Make her do our own thing. Whatever that may be, let's get it done. Let's bring it to life. So. I ain't gonna say too much. I ain't want to make this video too long because again, I want people to check it out. I don't want you to go through this whole thing, be confused. I'm gonna drop my email down below. I'm gonna drop the website down below. I'm gonna take out the links I usually put in there, because I don't want you guys to go surfing through everything. Because again, this is just I want this to be very straightforward, and I'm gonna type up a little bit more info in the description for you guys to read. Nothing crazy. It's just if you wanted more information. Um, and I might be saying that, but by the time I start typing it up, I might be like, man, fuck it, they got it. They get what we talking about. So, again, if you know anybody, tag them, share this video, show them the video, right? Let's figure this out together. Let's just get it together. Let's get this money. Let's have some fun. Let's change the world. So, without further ado, this is your captain signing out.